My girlfriend made me think I was going crazy. It started out like any normal relationship. I met Sarah at a friend's party. She was charming, funny, and had this smile that could light up the darkest room. We hit it off immediately and started dating a few weeks later. At first, everything was perfect. We spent hours talking, laughing, and sharing stories about our lives. I was happy, truly happy. But then little things began to change. Sarah would sometimes say things that didn't add up. For example, she told me she was allergic to cats. Yet I often saw her at a friend's house who had 2 cats. When I asked about it, she just shrugged it off, saying it was mild and manageable. Then I started noticing that my friends would tell me Sarah said different things about me behind my back, that I was controlling or paranoid. I tried to brush it off, thinking maybe they misunderstood or were joking. But soon, I began doubting myself. I would remember conversations differently than Sarah did. Sometimes she'd deny things she had said earlier. I questioned my own memory. Was I being forgetful? Was I losing it? One day, she moved my keys from the kitchen counter to the bathroom sink. When I asked why, she said she didn't touch them. I was sure she did. These moments added up. I started feeling anxious, confused, and unsure about everything, including myself. Was I crazy? As the months went by, Sarah's behavior became more intense. She began twisting conversations, making me question my own perceptions. If I confronted her about something she said or did, she'd turn it around on me. "You're imagining things," she'd say with a calm smile. "That never happened. You're just overreacting." I started apologizing more even when I wasn't sure what for. At work, I felt distracted and uneasy. I couldn't focus like I used to. My friends noticed the change too. One day, my close friend Mark pulled me aside. "Dude, you look off. Are you okay? Is Sarah treating you right?" I hesitated. "I don't know, man. Sometimes I feel like I'm losing my mind." Mark gave me a concerned look. "Maybe you should step back and get some distance. Talk to someone." But whenever I tried to take a break or bring up my feelings, Sarah would accuse me of wanting to leave her or not loving her enough. It was exhausting. She was masterful at making me doubt myself. I felt trapped in a cycle of confusion and guilt. One night, after a small argument over dinner plans, she suddenly cried, "You don't care about me. You're breaking my heart." I felt terrible, but I was also frustrated. "Sarah, I'm just trying to understand what's going on. You keep changing what you say." She shook her head. "You're the problem here." That moment crushed me. I began secretly journaling, trying to keep track of events, conversations, and my feelings. I wanted proof. Something to hold on to so I wouldn't lose myself. But even with the journal, I felt the lines between reality and manipulation blur. Was I really crazy? Or was she making me believe that? The turning point came unexpectedly. One afternoon after work, I received a message from Sarah that didn't make sense. She accused me of ignoring her all day, but I had been texting and calling. I confronted her, showing the messages I had sent. She gasped. "You must be lying." I felt a strange mix of anger and clarity. Why was I still defending someone who constantly made me question myself? That night, I told my best friend Mark everything: the gaslighting, the confusion, the pain. Mark didn't hesitate. "You need to get out of this, man." With his support, I began setting boundaries. I limited my contact with Sarah. I stopped apologizing for things I didn't do. I reached out to a counselor to help me process what I'd been through. It was hard. Sarah didn't take it well. She called, texted, even showed up at my apartment. "You're making a huge mistake." But I stood firm. Each time she tried to manipulate me, I reminded myself of the journal, the record of truth I had kept. Slowly, I regained my confidence. I started reconnecting with friends. I focused on my hobbies, photography and hiking. I realized I had been in a toxic cycle and that I deserved better. Months later, I ran into Sarah once more. She smiled, but this time, I just nodded and walked away. I was free. Looking back now, I realize how easy it is to get trapped in someone's manipulation without noticing. Sarah's charm was real, but so was the damage she caused. After ending things, I dedicated time to healing. Therapy helped me understand boundaries, self-worth, and recognizing unhealthy patterns. I also learned the importance of trusting my own instincts. If something feels off, it probably is. I shared my story with close friends and even anonymously online, hoping it might help someone else stuck in a similar situation. I got messages from people thanking me. Some were just realizing they were in toxic relationships too. One day, Mark asked me, Do you ever think about forgiving her? I paused. I don't know. Maybe someday. But right now, I'm focused on forgiving myself for staying as long as I did. I'm in a much better place now. I'm dating again, but cautiously. Every day is a new chance to rebuild trust in myself and others. If you're reading this and feeling lost, remember, you are not crazy. You are not alone, and it is okay to ask for help. If you like this video, please subscribe for more.